Hey everyone! So, today we're going to be talking about Lewis and Clark and the Louisiana expedition. Lewis and Clark were American explorers who lived in an era where explorers were mandatory to explore other places that were unknown to others. They lived in an era where Napoleon, the French Emperor, and Thomas Jefferson, a US president, still lived. And Napoleon had a tough relationship with Thomas Jefferson. And in order to make peace with Thomas Jefferson, Napoleon offered Louisiana for $15 million. Thomas Jefferson at first hesitated to buy Louisiana, but he accepted the offer and Louisiana became American. All this happened in 1802, and in the summer of the following year, 1803, the Corps of Discovery was formed, with Lewis as the captain and Clark and many others as his crew. In the winter of the same year, the Corps established Camp Wood, a winter camp located on the Wood River in Illinois. On May 14, 1804, the Corps leaves Camp Wood and continues their way up the Missouri River. On August 20, 1804, the crew faces their first and only fatality during their expedition from natural causes, Sergeant Charles Floyd. Still, they carried on with their trip, and by early September, they reached the Great Plains and encountered animals they've never seen before. The Corps then meet two buffalo hunting tribes, Mandan and Hidatsa, on October 24th. And on November 4th, they recruit a Frenchman and his pregnant wife, who was 11, Sacagawea, to assist them on their trip. Sacagawea was 11 years old. She was considered by many as a brave young woman, but many Native Americans still criticized her. On Christmas Day, the Corps finished building their fort for the winter, Fort Mandan, after the temperature reached -45 Celsius 7 days earlier. On February 11, 1805, Sacagawea's son, John Baptiste Charbonneau, nicknamed Pompey, was born with the help of Lewis. On April 29, 1805, the group kills their first grizzly bear. Yeah, that's a grizzly bear. On June 13th, the Corps reaches the Great Fall of Missouri. And by late July 1805, the Corps reaches the Three Forks of Missouri, which they named Jefferson, Gallatin, and Madison. On August 17, 1805, the crew reaches Shoshone Camp, the place where Sacagawea met her long-lost brother, Camille Waite. And by August 18th, which is one day later, Lewis celebrates his 31st birthday. On August 31st, the group continues their trip, and their destination is Bitterroot Mountain. On September 9, 1805, the men set up a camp they named Traveler's Rest to prepare for their mountain crossing. 2 days later, they begin crossing the Bitterroot Mountains, which covered over 160 miles. On September 23, 1805, the men emerged from the mountains near present-day Weippe, Idaho, to rest at the Native American village of Nez Perce. Then they traveled to the Clearwater River, and then they reached the Columbia River, the last waterway to the Pacific Ocean. On November 24, 1805, having reached the Pacific, the Corps set up their winter camp named Fort Clatsop. 4 months later, the Corps set out for home. And exactly 6 months later, which is September 23, 1806, the Corps reaches St. Louis, and Lewis and Clark were acclaimed as national heroes, as well as the rest of the crew. So that's the whole story of Lewis and Clark. If you liked it, subscribe. If you disliked it, like it, subscribe. And if you're Mr. Mike, give me an A+. So thanks for watching.